What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to a new episode of Lazy
Sundays
with Dionte
and NiJa.
NiJa, what's going on, man? It's been about a week or two.
Yes, we had Thanksgiving.
We had Thanksgiving. Yo, go ahead, tell me. Go ahead and say how your Thanksgiving was.
My Thanksgiving, it was really, really chill. I enjoyed Thanksgiving. I'm so used to it being like so many people that, to be honest, I think when it's like that, sometimes it's bittersweet because I feel like you get to enjoy it because, you know, you got all your family around. But then sometimes you feel like you never really got a chance to properly like spend time with everybody.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, do I really want everybody here? And then I can't really properly sit with everybody, or do I just kind of want like a chill Thanksgiving? Exactly. And this year was pretty chill, but how was yours?
I mean, we was together, so it was pretty chill. I mean, I can't lie. One thing that's been on my spirit. One thing that's been on my spirit.
What's been on your spirit?
Bro, these Thanksgiving menus. Don't get me wrong, bro.
Yes.
I enjoy soul food just like the average black person or person in general, man, who doesn't like greens and macaroni and cheese and all the regular stuff you have for Thanksgiving.
Correct.
But I'm looking at it this way, man, because Thanksgiving, I don't even remember who's I seen, but I seen some people had ribs. I seen some people had some lemon pepper wings on Thanksgiving, and I'm like, yo, who actually made it? Like, because people will say, you know, that stuff doesn't go together, but then again, who said that collard greens go with macaroni and cheese and turkey and stuffing?
It's just a tradition. Like, you just cook it and put those things together.
It's a lot of that stuff is things that stretch and things that, you know what I'm saying, was readily available to black people back in the day. Niggas weren't thinking about eating ribs like that on Thanksgiving or eating oxtails or maybe they might be thinking, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or wings. Ain't nobody thinking about eating wings. Get some fried fish in there.
Yep. You can do whatever you want to do.
Exactly, but we'll never look at that. We always go with the traditional soul food thing, and I'm like, yo, next year I am switching it all up. Anything all the stuff I like the most, that's what we eating on Thanksgiving.
And I feel like that's how it should be, because it's like a celebratory event. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You coming together, being thankful, even for Christmas. So I feel like you should have stuff like according to like your family. Like fix all the things that y'all all individually like and just have it. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have to technically mix, because like we said, the traditional like Thanksgiving setup, it doesn't mix. It's just a tradition thing. That's it.
Exactly, man. So when y'all I can't even get it out. When y'all see our Christmas episode and there's a plate of wings in front of me,
hopefully, because we might forget and then think about it too late and then be like, we forgot to get the wings. Because y'all know everybody's probably thinking the same idea. Wings is hard to find anyway, and wings is really expensive.
Yeah, so, chicken in general, man.
Still is.
Everything going up these days, bro.
Yeah, it really is. But anywho, let's get into these topics.
Let's spend a special shout out to Liquid Death. We've been drinking this up. We sitting out here with the severed lime.
We really like it. Like when we like something, we like it, and we've been drinking it for the past couple of weeks.
Liquid Death. I'm out here sponsoring y'all, man. Go ahead and shout us out, man.
That'll be nice.
You know,
that'll be real nice. Actually,
we already out here.
Good old sparkling water. No, it is really good.
You pay me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell more people about it.
all 5 of our viewers,
basically. At least
we'll enjoy it.
You sponsor me, I'll make sure I tell their friends too.
We'll look out for you. But let's get into these topics. All right. So we had this discussion before on like an older podcast. We were talking about men and women being friends, right? So this is kind of like a twist on this, where it almost kind of confirms like how I felt, because me and Dionte kind of felt differently about this. But, you know, we explained our, situation. So if you want to watch that, go to another podcast.
Go find
check
that
it out.
Episode, bro. I don't know which one it was, but maybe
I can't remember. We'll probably be able to put it somewhere in the corner where y'all can click on it. All right. So Blair Underwood, he announced his engagement to his friend of 41 years. So he had put up under a picture of the both of them. They were at an event, and he says, "My personal highlight was walking the red carpet with my new fiance, Josie Hart, the most amazing, brilliant, beautiful, hilarious, thought-provoking, and insight person I know who continuously lives life out loud. The future is crazy bright, girl. None of us ever knew where God would guide us." And then he also said, "She's had my back since before I even became an actor. When a 41-year friendship slaps you in the back of the head and blossoms into a romance, you stand up, pay attention, and step forward in gratitude."
Hey, man. Wait. Was this like a press statement, or was he talking to somebody? Like,
no, this was on Instagram. This was under his
so
picture
he
of them
wrote this
two.
out. He took his time. My point was he took his time to say
he
this
took his time.
because she probably been asking him to put something out like that for like the past 30 years.
But see, I guess
he said they've been friends for 40 years. Or she 40?
No, they've been friends for 41 years, and they were friends before he was famous, and I guess through all of that. So to add a little bit of context, he is either he's still going through a divorce. I don't know, allegedly, or he is divorced. But I think he started going through a divorce in 2000. We'll put it on the screen because I can't remember the exact day. I remember reading it, but I don't want to dig through because, the point is, let's just say it was, I want to say probably in the last 4 years, maybe, probably not even that long.
Okay.
Where he was going through a divorce or is divorced. So this is pretty recent of him being out of his marriage that he was with his wife for a very long time. And then obviously this friend has been around for 41 years. And I guess, a lot of women and men kind of feel a way about, people being friends with the opposite sex for this reason. Because it's kind of like, this is the stuff that happens. And then I guess you can look at it as like a good thing. Like, oh, well, he found his soulmate and she was always the person he was supposed to be with. But then there's a part of you that's kind of like, was there always some funny business going on? Because how you just go from, we've been friends for 41 years and now we're engaged.
That's the thing about it, bro. Because it's hard to say. Because you know this person. That's just like, even if you didn't know the person, but somebody popped up a couple months later, it's like that person was probably around already. So in this case, it's like we've been friends for our whole life almost. Yeah. So it's like,
But I guess that's why it just, stuff like that has always, I've never been fond of, like,
I'm sure
whoever I'm with being friends with the opposite sex, or to the point where I feel like it's a lot of females, like in our case, it's a lot of females, because unless I feel like there is a clear line, and even then I'm very kind of weird about stuff like that. But I'm also not one of those people that's like, oh, you can never talk to this person and don't do this and don't, because at the same time I look at it like this: if somebody's going to cheat, if someone is going to be inappropriate with whoever they are around, it is nothing that you can do to stop that. You forcing him or her to not be friends with the opposite sex is not, they're going to do it if they want to do it, is what I'm saying.
I mean, at the same time, weird. Man, it may not have been nothing like that. And it just...
But now y'all just engaged. Like, how do you get from being friends that long and then...
But... That's
as of recently, y'all engaged.
Because that's the thing. If we've been friends for 40 years, and I'm pretty sure we're like best friends. So as far as how we operate around each other, that's probably pretty solid. The only thing that needed to be known was our compatibility sexually, probably.
But you cannot tell me that it has never been anything inappropriate. Like, take him out of this situation, because the main thing that has been, circling the internet is about men and women being friends with the opposite sex, because it's like you may have to deal with something like this, or the saying of, the person that your spouse told you not to worry about, now they're dating or have dealt with them in an inappropriate way. So it's just like, you tell me not to worry about this person, and then,
I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, it could have just been friends, man. You already know the slogan, man. Black men don't cheat. So I'm sure, and then we don't know what his divorce was like or what was going on in that life. That lady could have been terrible for him.
That's where you go with this.
That's the only place to go with this.
That's where you go.
Yeah, man.
You bash a black woman.
I ain't bashing her. I'm just saying. You just
said she could have been terrible.
Listen, man. Relationship.
Excuse me, sir.
They may have just
don't do that.
Graduated and from the relationship. Or whatever the hell Tia Mari said.
Oh, no.
Ooh, exactly. That was a black woman. She said they graduated from a relationship or some bullshit. And I was like, that sounds dumb.
Yo, chill out. Relax.
Nobody questioned it when she said, come on, Blair.
We're not even talking about her.
Blair,
right now.
Live your life, Blair.
We're talking
about
Blair.
I know you never did anything. This is
Blair, it sounded like it was a little inappropriateness going on.
No, he wasn't even expecting that. She just popped up and was like, you know what? What it probably was, they probably like, hey, if we 60 and we both single, we just gonna marry each other. We're not even looking forward to touching each other sexually.
Listen to me.
We're just gonna marry each other.
I'm not gonna say what I was just about to say because I don't want to get this video demonetized.
Girl,
let me tell you something.
You gotta get
I don't care what everybody else do, but you can't be friends with my man. We're not about to do that. There's very few that I consider this one friend, and let me tell you something. It ain't gonna be none of that.
Watch out, man. Listen.
I don't care what nobody else do in their relationship. It ain't about to be no, hey, NiJa, this such and such, and we about to go have lunch and da 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 da. Okay, we are gonna go have lunch.
Me and women get along pretty well. We talk about the same things. That's why me and you so tight. We have a lot of conversations about similar things.
Dionte, don't play with me.
She talking about.
Anyways.
Watch out.
On to the next topic before I drag Dionte off this couch. Some men females get along well.
Listen, that's not what I mean. Even, come on, man. Listen, Linda. Listen.
Dionte just a chatty patty boy. He be chatting it up.
I don't be chatting it up.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do.
He be like, I was just being nice.
That's not what I said.
What, you want me to be mean? I'm like, no, I don't want you to be mean, but just take the bag from her so we can get our fries and burger.
Wait,
why you got to be super nice in the drive-thru?
What drive-thru?
Women, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you in the drive-thru with your man, and then all of a sudden he just like have a nice day, just got a little bit of extra oomph to it. It
Watch
just
out,
be,
man.
Dude, you see all your teeth. I just be like, boy, grab that bag so we can go.
Come on, man. All I'm trying to do is make sure my food don't get spit in.
Anyways, on to the next. So
I spent $4 on this 4 for $4.
Oh my God! Because everything else is so expensive. I'm not going down there.
I ain't got to worry about that Chick-fil-A. That's why I go there.
Chick-fil-A is expensive, but it's really good. Anyways, we're getting on topic. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about is being friends with a cheater the same as being friends with a deadbeat? Ooh.
Who's starting this off? You.
You can go ahead. You're a little long-winded.
Watch out. Now I'm about to be extra. Give me 30 seconds. That's all I need.
Go ahead.
No, man. I don't look at it as the same. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, because you don't know what's going on in the relationship that they in. I don't know.
Dionte been copping please this whole podcast.
That's not copping please,
sick
bro.
of it. Go ahead.
That's not copping please, bro. Because, now see, okay. I don't even need to get
Don't change your answer.
I'm going to wait. No, my answer is the same, but the example I was about to use, I'm going to wait to see what you got to say.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a difference between somebody who, you know what I'm saying, I guess cheats than somebody who don't take care of their kids. Because I feel like if you don't take care of because you can try to say, I guess, being a cheater is more of a character flaw. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it says more about you if you don't take care of your kid, though.
Okay.
Because that says a lot about you as a man or woman. Mm-hmm. Because I do know people in that situation.
Yeah.
So I feel like I had spit in my mouth. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot different for somebody who doesn't take care of their kids, because you don't know what situation they're in, man. The relationship could be dead, but we're technically still together. So technically, it's me cheating or stepping out. But if your spouse cheats on you and then you cheat back, is that the same thing?
Yes, it's still cheating. It doesn't change the fact that it's still wrong. Like, as people say, two wrongs don't make a right, because it really doesn't.
But two lefts make a circle.
All right, are you done?
Hey, let's get this bitch back around, because I done spent the block.
Oh, I definitely spent the block. Got your back. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Thank
you, Kanye, for that. I use that every day, bro. Gotcha.
No, stop. I cannot see.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so let me get my.
Come on, man. Do I need to do an ad right now? No. This episode is sponsored by Liquid Death.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're murdering plastic, I think is what they say.
Yeah.
We're murdering plastic.
Oh gosh. All right. Anyways, what I was going to say. Oh my gosh. I needed that laugh. That was a good laugh. But I don't feel like it's the same either, but I do understand why people would feel away, like male or females that's in that situation where either you're being cheated on or, you know, your ex or whatever is like a deadbeat, and you are kind of looking at his friends or her friends like, why would y'all even tolerate this, you know? And this is something that is just like a life experience. When you have experienced enough individuals, whether it's in relationships, friendships, or whatever, you realize that people really don't overstep or really don't intertwine themselves into other people's lives that much. And I think it's easy to, get offended or feel justified in your feelings and being pissed off at other people, like, hey, why didn't you check this or why didn't you that? But at the end of the day, this person is an adult, they're grown, and I can't force them to be a better person overall. They have to want that for themselves. And I understand that when you are on the receiving end of that, where you're the one that's being done wrong, whether this person isn't taking care of their kids and you have to deal with that, or a heartbreak because of cheating, I understand emotionally how you can get caught up in like blaming other people, because potentially that kind of is what it is. You're blaming other people for this person's act, and it's like, it's not my fault. I can't change them. Now, like we talked about before, I do feel like there should be a level of accountability, because I think depending on the individual, sometimes, you know, whoever they are around, they may respect so much that if that person was to say, or people were to say like, hey, like, maybe you should da. So I do feel like there is a line, there is a level of like accountability in a sense, where I do feel like those around them should kind of try their best to somewhat, you know, encourage that person to do better. But you can't expect but so much. So I don't feel like at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's really not. Because
I think it's not as black and white as people try to make it seem.
No, it's
because,
not.
Like, I feel like somebody can be a cheater but still be a great friend.
Correct.
A situation like that, where it's
and they can be a deadbeat and they can be a good friend.
No, the deadbeat part I feel like is a little tough.
But and I think that's the issue with why a lot of men and women feel this way about stuff like that, because it's like, why is it that people care less about adult feelings more than they, like, it's like the two are separate. It's like, oh, not saying that kids aren't, because obviously I think it's just the innocence with kids that we don't like when people are deadbeats. But it's like, you can walk all over an adult and do the worst case scenario to them beyond cheating, and we tend to not really frown up too much about it. We just kind of like, damn, that's kind of messed up, but
no, that's where
we don't hold you accountable as much.
No, you can hold people accountable, but at the same time, it's one of those situations
like
where,
friendship is, you saying it would be hard for you. to be friends with a deadbeat.
Yeah, I can't be friends with nobody that don't take care of their kids.
Yeah.
Because because it says more than the cheating thing. I can see if you're involved with somebody that cheats on their spouses, how that can be like, well, if you doing this, then how can I really... Yeah. I can see how you can get there, but like I said, it's still a situation where it's not as black and white. It's so many layers that goes to a relationship because people be staying together for reasons outside of things that they should. So it's like almost as if, because you're an adult, you can make that choice to step away. Both of y'all can. Well, they don't have to be cheating on you, but you don't have to be taking it. So it's like, how much do I say if you're not going to leave anyway?
That is very true. And that's another flip side to it. But then I also feel like it depends on how toxic the situation is with cheating. Because I think a lot of times we don't get involved, like as friends, if that is happening. Because it may, not saying that it's not wrong, but if it's not affecting your life, you just like, I just stay out of it. But I think if it's in a situation where you got their spouse popping up places and causing a scene and like you're losing money and and
stuff like that, then it's like, bro,
I can't really be around you because you got a lot
together,
going
bro.
on.
You got way too much going on.
Yeah, then that makes it worse.
If it's just some behind the scenes type thing, you just might happen to be aware.
Correct.
And it's like, it's not. Because that and the person stepping out and being in places is different levels. So it's like, in that case, I feel forced to have to step in and try to direct your life.
Yep.
Versus the other situation where it's like, man, you shouldn't be out here like that. But I can't tell you, because you still a grown woman or a grown man at the end of the day. So it's a lot of stuff that niggas did, or excuse my language, that people have done that I'm pretty sure they never really told their friends. Yeah. Or told. That's the other thing too. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure... Because depending on what friend you are, if they know you're the friend to speak on things, then stuff like that to where they doing that they know you're going to speak up on, you get told less and less. Yeah. So they be like, how can you be friends with them? Then it's like, well, they never actually told me they was doing this stuff. Because they know how I would feel about that and what I would say about said situation. Yeah. Now, it's hard to avoid you being a deadbeat. That's whether you in a relationship with the lady, or because you can be a deadbeat and be in a relationship with the spouse or the parent, but it's hard to be a deadbeat and not see it, like, because you never got your kids. I never seen you buying them anything. I never see you doing dad like things. So it's like, I can tell, but as far as the cheating stuff, people can hide that from you.
True, and it is definitely a maturity thing. Because I think if you aren't in a mature state in your life, you may not care about somebody being a deadbeat. Because mentally, it doesn't, you don't really get it. You don't really get how impactful it can be for a child to not have their parent a part of their life. I just think
that's so crazy. Like,
some people...
To think that you got many versions of you walking around and you don't deal with them at all.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, but... So... Yeah, y'all, tell us what y'all think, because I know y'all will, because some of y'all actually be commenting and telling us y'all opinions, and we appreciate it. I'm going to put it on TikTok. See it.
I know that's where y'all be at now, so I'm going to figure out a way to
we'll put all of our stuff
algorithm in
down below so y'all can follow us.
So, you know what I mean?
Hopefully I can get Dionte to do like a dance or something on TikTok. That would be fun.
Crazy. So, yeah, I'm about to go eat dinner.
Yes, because it's late. And we'll see y'all in the next podcast. Bye.
Be safe, kids.